The Dodgers' playoff roster plans have been revealed, and I'm here to tell you all about it as the Dodgers will be kicking off the NLDS this Saturday. Hey, this is Mike Nelson of Dodgers Digest. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. I want to thank the almost 13% of you, the ones that are watching these videos, have already subscribed. But 86% of you have not hit that subscribe button yet. Make sure to subscribe. We're getting thousands of people watch these videos now as the Dodgers are, of course, building up for the playoffs, getting closer to, competing to win the World Series, just 11 wins away. And myself and Brad J are bringing you everyday Dodger videos, and we have a goal of reaching 1,000 subscribers before the NLDS kicks off on Saturday. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into it. Of course, the Dodgers have a now possible pitching rotation. This is coming from Dave Roberts. Dave Roberts has hinted the playoff rotation for the NLDS, the National League Division Series. We don't know who it's going to be against yet. It might be against the San Diego Padres. We don't have that possible matchup yet. Of course, the Padres are favored, knowing that they're going to be, having home field in that wild card series. But the Dodgers revealed that for the NLDS, it's going to be Jack Flaherty, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Walker Buehler, and Landon Knack. Yes, the young pitcher Landon Knack is looking like he's going to be part of the rotation. This is, of course, coming from DodgersBlue.com. The order of the rotation has not been confirmed. Got to make sure I bring that up. The order has not been confirmed yet by the Dodgers, but, they're going to use a trade deadline addition, an offseason target, a 7-year veteran, and a rookie in Landon Knack. So there's a lot to talk about here. What are the Dodgers, how are the Dodgers going to work with this sort of rotation in the NLDS? It's not a very strong rotation outside of Flaherty and Yamamoto. Those are the two elite pitchers that you have up there, pitching for the Dodgers. Potentially 1 and 2. I would expect, Flaherty or Yamamoto to be the number one guy. It's still very much up in the air. It's so much up in the air. But, if you're looking at who's getting paid more money, who are the Dodgers gambling more on in the offseason? Well, it's Yamamoto. So if I was Dave Roberts, I would put Yamamoto at number one. Comment below, who do you think should be the number one starter for the Dodgers in the National League Division Series? I mean, if you're paying this guy $300 million plus, $300 million or so, it's a lot of money. You got to put Yamamoto in as your number one starter. Flaherty is a great pitcher as well. He's got more experience, of course, than Yamamoto. That would be the upside, but he does not have the experience in these kind of games, Jack Flaherty. He does not have the playoff resume that you would hope to have this time of year. So Yamamoto doesn't have the experience, but you're gambling so much money on him, you got to risk it. You got to put him at this game one guy. That's what the Dodgers have available. With Tyler Glasnow out for the season, and, Clayton Kershaw's return kind of also up in the air. We have no idea if he's going to be pitching at all this playoff season. Glasnow's already confirmed out. This is what you got. This is the best the Dodgers have available to them with the pitching that they have right now. This is the best they got. And unfortunately, there isn't, much else to look at. And that's why it's going to be very interesting to see what the order of the rotation is. I'm very interested to see who's a 1 and 2 starter. And also, I'm very interested to see who is the number 3. And there's a pretty cool article that came out today from Empire Sports Media. Is the Dodgers rookie starter going to be the difference for the playoff rotation? Is he going to get the upper hand over Walker Buehler? Because he has been pretty good. If you look at his numbers the entire year, if you take into account, as you're looking at the slide that I have up right now, if you take into account his numbers from AAA, Pitt tossed 68 innings, 3.71 ERA, an impressive 10.46 strikeouts per 9 innings. Those are some pretty good numbers. Granted, they are, of course, AAA numbers, right? They're not Major League Baseball numbers, which is, of course, a big difference, AAA, Major League Baseball. But Landon Knack, I don't know, there's something about him. He's a young pitcher. He's got a lot of energy. He's got a lot to prove, right? He's a pitcher that has a lot to prove in the playoffs and when he gets his chance to pitch. If he gets his chance to pitch in the NLDS, because the Dodgers could, sweep the team they're playing or get swept themselves, and you never even get to Landon Knack if he's a fourth starter, right, for that potential game for the NLDS. But if he's the number 3 starter, if he gets the upper hand over Walker Buehler, he's going to get his time to shine and, really show what he's all about, what kind of pitcher he's really going to be for the Dodgers, right? What kind of is he going to be able to be an ace moving forward for the Dodgers? I mean, that's something that the Dodgers are going to, look at when he's pitching, right? That's going to be something that they're going to be looking at when he's pitching here for the Dodgers in the playoffs. What kind of pitcher is he going to be for them long term? Now, there's obviously an argument to have Walker Buehler, right? There's definitely an argument to have Walker Buehler. There's no doubt about it. Walker Buehler has experience, has a playoff experience. He's been through the wards of the Major League Baseball playoffs. He's gone through it already. So you have to take that into account too. But if you make me choose, I would go with Landon Knack. I mean, why not? Just give the guy a shot at Game 3 NLDS, especially if you're up 2-0. I mean, that would be great. Have the rookie close out the series. I don't know. Walker Buehler has been shaky. He's been very shaky this year, very inconsistent. He's had a couple good starts, but outside of that, it's just been kind of rough for him. Landon Knack was pretty consistent prior to September. He definitely struggled in September, Landon Knack, let's be honest. So there is that. I mean, it's really difficult. It's a very difficult situation to decide who the Dodgers going to pick for that number 3 starter. It's a situation where I think only Dave Roberts, being the manager, is going to really have to evaluate, right? I mean, he's the manager. This is where he has to prove the manager, the front office, Andrew Freeman, Dave Roberts. They all have to put their heads together and really prove that they're going to make the right decision. This is when they have to be making the big bucks, right? This is when they earn the big bucks that they get paid, right, to make these kind of decisions. The players can't make these decisions themselves. Everybody wants to play. So, yeah, I would go with Landon Knack. Comment below, what do you think? Walker Buehler, Landon Knack, that's the big decision. The number 3 starter for the Game 3 of the NLDS, which is going to be on the road. Because I think it hasn't been confirmed. 1 and 2 has got to be Yamamoto and Flaherty. I mean, come on, it's got to be those two guys. It really has to be. Another report here also, Tony Gonsolin is going to be out. He's not going to be part of the rotation for the Dodgers, already confirmed by Dave Roberts. Dave Roberts mentioned he's made 3 minor league rehab starts this year. Recently, Tony Gonsolin, but after undergoing Tommy John surgery, he mentioned that it's unlikely for him to be part of the Dodgers postseason roster, barring something really unforeseen. So, is Gonsolin potentially out for the whole playoffs? He didn't really, of course, elaborate on that, but he's definitely not going to be part of the NLDS. I personally don't think Gonsolin's pitching this year. I think he's still not in the rehab process far along, and I just don't see him be part of this rotation or even part of this team come October, which we are going to be starting tomorrow, right? The last day of September, October 1st. So I am so pumped up for October baseball. I mean, I don't know if you guys checked out the doubleheader today between the Mets and Braves. Those were some great, especially Game 1. What a great day for baseball to watch those ball games. And yeah, it's just great to watch playoff baseball. And for the Dodgers, we're gearing up for playoffs, and it's definitely a big time, to say the least, for the Dodgers. And yeah, the pitching rotation is going to be quite a decision for the front office. Now, also, I wanted to close out today's show because, of course, it's breaking news. It's a big story. Although he never played on the Dodgers, unfortunately, Pete Rose has passed away. Rest in peace, Pete Rose. Rest in peace. Legendary player, the hit king. For many, he should be in the Hall of Fame, and I am with them. I think Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame. And it's definitely a really difficult news. It's a sad day for baseball because the guy was a legend. No matter what team you rooted for, Pete Rose, rest in peace.